It's your boy Jones N Mann tonight with Jones on Evan Williams 1783 small batch. So stick around to find out why this might be my last episode. All right. So this is Evan Williams 1783 small batch. As you can tell, it has been opened before. And the reason why I say this might be my last episode is because this is an old bottle. This bottle is 3 years old, probably. And I probably opened it 2 years ago. And it was during COVID. Me and Jones, it was probably been longer than that, because me and Jones were doing episodes together. And I opened it to pour him a sample, or to pour him 2 samples, and actually prepare for us to do virtual samples at home. We didn't get to it through the grand scheme of time, and I haven't been to it since. So it's been sealed for the most part. But if you'll look at it, it is super cloudy. Looks like apple cider or something that I shouldn't be drinking. So that's why I'm like, this might be my last episode. I don't really think it's going to hurt me in any way to drink it. But there's a couple things I want to talk about around this. But first, let's just kind of go into it. This is Evan Williams 1783. It is named 1783 because I believe 1783 was the year that Evan Williams launched the first, I want to say it's the first distillery in Kentucky. This comes in at 43%, and man, it was less than 20 bucks. This is an old version. I think this small batch is still being produced, but the bottle's more kind of squared. So I want to go ahead and pour me up a pour. It looks disgusting. I ain't gonna pour it on the rocks, but it definitely looks disgusting. So the question is like, well, why does it look like that? What happened, kind of deal? Because they, I'll tell you all the time, whiskey lasts a long, long time. Now with air, especially real whiskey, I shouldn't say real whiskey, but bourbon whiskeys, things of that sort, something that's not flavored, kind of deal. Because it depends on whether this is chill filtered or non-chill filtered, and I really don't know. But there's all sorts of fatty acids and things that are in whiskey. And what happens is when you chill filter it, a lot of that fatty acid is kind of filtered out. So you have less chance of, I think it's called like flocculent or something. And I'll try to look at it and put it down below. But it just basically means that there's particles that are in the whiskey. And sometimes those particles can separate or kind of clump up. And it'll give you this cloudy look. Man, if you look, there's something on the bottom of it. I'm going to try and spin that around so y'all can kind of see. Yeah, but if it wasn't whiskey and it wasn't my bottle, I would definitely be like, yeah, I'm going to stay away from it. But I'm going to taste it. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. I've always heard that it really doesn't, even when that happens, it doesn't impact the let me pour. I do want to do that. Come on, pour it on the rocks. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top on it. Like, man, it looked like sweet tea in that thing, boy. But let's give it a taste. It smells fine. It actually smells pleasant. Right underneath there, it has a little bit of a industrial paint kind of smell. But I feel like that might be a little bit of Evan Williams by itself. Well, y'all, if this is my last episode, I've enjoyed being able to do this for y'all and celebrate with y'all. We're going to see. Like, I don't really taste any particles in this. And I still get the proof. I still get a slight bit of oak. Let me get a bigger taste than that. But man, it makes me wish I had a regular bottle so that I could see if it greatly impacted the flavor. Like psychologically, I'm like, cringing a little bit. But overall, man, I don't think it's terrible. I'm trying to get my mind to overcome what I'm looking at here. And like, if I had this blindfolded, is it like my new whiskey of all times? No. It's funny, I think Evan Williams has like a flat sweet tea kind of taste to it. And it still tastes that way to me. And I don't think I have anything else. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have anything else around here that from the Evan Williams lineup. I thought I had some of that the white label. But I don't. Yeah. It looks super cloudy. But honestly, it tastes okay. It really does. It is not blowing me away in any capacity or fashion. I got some turkey here. I really need another Heaven Hill product. The thing that is like somewhat, because I want to say this, old days used to be 6 years old somewhere in the neighborhood. 6 years old, established brand, man. I've got some bottles of whiskey back here that are open, because that's a difference. Like now, I wonder if I had never opened this, would it have got to this state? And I believe it. I believe it would have been the same. But I've got some old bottles, and I can't. There's nothing I've seen on the shelf. There's nothing I've seen on the shelf that did this. And I'm sure that I've got a ton of other things. Like I've got some Basil Hayden and some old Basil Hayden stuff, and it didn't separate and flock like this. I don't know, man. So I'm going to rate it off of this flavor right here. It's a little flat. It's not super interesting. I think it would be an okay mixer. That's probably what I would do with it. See, that nose is much richer on that Russell's 10. Sweet flavor. Comes out a lot more. A lot of spicy in there. But it's a whole different line. I really need a Evan, or at least a Heaven Hill product, because the Heaven Hill taste is very specific. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would probably say 2.5. And part of that comes from the fact that, man, I'm kind of disappointed that it does this with time. But I don't know. This is my first. Maybe I've had 1783 before, but it's been so long I don't remember it. So y'all tell me this. I'm gonna say 2.5. I will revisit this if I do something else, Heaven Hill, something Evan Williams. But you tell me, should I let this bottle go? Dump it? Is it a bottle drain pour, as they say back then? Find somebody to give it away to. Well, what should I do with it at this point? I don't think I've got so many bottles here that I don't think mentally it'll be one that I go back to. My mind won't allow me to go back to it, because I'm always gonna know that it looks like that and just feels like a lesser quality pour. So your psyche kind of tricks you on that aspect. Look how crystal clear that is right there. But anyway, so I'm gonna say 2.5. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok is. Go to JonesNmann.com. You can order all kind of fantastic stuff and support your boy. This is Evan Williams, 1783 sour mash small batch. Hopefully, this is not my last episode. I think I'll be all right. I'll see y'all next time. Click 'em and drink 'em.